you're going to be able to hear Michael Carrell in quite a few places. But the thing he did this week that you should be most interested in, you've seen all the previews, you've seen Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling everywhere to get you excited about their movie, The Fall Guy. Michael got to see it early, and he gave a bit of a review, non-spoilery review on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But now we get not spoilery, but more in-depth interview, or at least preview of it, or review, excuse me, a preview for you guys, review for him about The Fall Guy. Here, what were your impressions? What did you expect, and did they exceed your expectations?
So they did exceed my expectations, and I will say that, at these press screenings, you get this little piece of paper that you fill out, and you fill out your outlet name and all that. And I think the first thing in terms of comments that I wrote was just pure fun.
Okay.
Like at the sole thing, and I think the most consistent thing that I've seen from other reviewers of this film, it's just fun. It is a fun movie. It is goofy, but in a fun way. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, I mean, they're standout actors, obviously, but they really elevate what they have here. Ryan Gosling's comedic timing is superb. Like it's funny. Like, just if you haven't seen, whether it's the Barbie movie or a movie that I really like, The Nice Guys, like his comedic timing is on point, and it's really on point in this one. And he takes the script and elevates it, I think, with his performance, as well as Emily Blunt, as well as Winston Duke with what he has to work with. It's a fun movie that has great stunt sequences because it is a love letter to the stunt actors and stunt community, stunt actors and actresses. The stunts in this are big, are bold. And for a movie that, like, honestly, it is an action movie, but it also has in the heart of it like a romantic comedy aspect. It's still a big budget film that I think is well worth seeing on the big screen. I think in nowadays, like, romantic comedies have been kind of something that you more watch on streaming platforms and stuff. This one is definitely a must watch on the big screen because of those sequences.
Yeah, and you got the guy who was Kick-Ass and Kraven the Hunter.
Yes.
And Pietro Maximoff. So if there's your comic book tie-in as well. And Winston Duke, you mentioned him. He's in the Black Panther series as well. So you'll see some recognizable faces if you're in this part of the nerd culture or just pop culture. Some of those names you got. Was there Hannah Waddingham?
Waddingham.
She is from Ted Lasso. So you're going to see a lot of faces you recognize beyond the two major stars.
Stephanie Shu's also in it. It's a well done, well crafted movie. It's funny. It has very, very many like laugh out loud moments. My like biggest nitpick of the movie was, well, two things. The plot, maybe it's a little convoluted, but honestly, the ride is so much fun that I didn't worry about it. Like, don't think about the plot too much because it's fun. The other nitpick I had, and again, it's a minor one because it's something that just always stands out to me, is ADR when they replace dialogue after the fact. Sometimes it doesn't match the people's movements or the way they're talking or something like that. There's a couple of sequences where it just kind of like took me out of the moment briefly, but that's something more that I just noticed on my end. But outside of that, it's a fun, goofy movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson plays the jerk star that Ryan Gosling's character does the stunt work for, and Aaron Taylor Johnson playing just a straight up jerk is hilarious. Ryan Gosling as the lovable stunt worker is great. It's loosely based. I had no idea. It was based off a show from the 80s with Lee Majors.
Lee Majors in the movie.
Zero idea about that. But you don't have to worry about like there being ties to that. Like if you watch that show back in the day, you'll get some Easter eggs here and there, but like don't worry about it. Like it has very little to do with that film. I saw somebody commenting like, "Oh, who asked for this?" Nobody asked for it, but it's just like almost like a springboard for it.
Why do you hate fun, sir?
Yeah, exactly. Why do you hate fun?
It's a fun action movie.
Literally one of the most fun movies you're going to have, fun times you're going to have at the theaters.
Who asked for this? Who asked for Godzilla to be ridden by King Kong?
Nobody.
They gave it to us.
But they gave it to us.
Sean says he did ask for it. He put in a request after the last movie.
I get it. I would ask for that too.
And you know what? Succeeded.
He got what he wanted.
Asked and answered.
They were like, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's get that done.
What do we think of that?
Yeah. Well, Sean, well known as an idea man, and
That's true.
so go to Sean Mates if you want good ideas.